A shakeup on Capitol Hill. 10 states are projected to lose congressional seats after the 2020 census. 8 on your sides. Anna Wernicke joins us now live from D.C. And Anna, some states are actually going to gain seats as well. I believe Florida might be one of those.
That's absolutely right. Florida is one of them, and at least 7 states are expected to gain at least 1 congressional seat. Texas is expected to gain 3, and Florida, like you said, is projected to gain at least 2.
We are a very mobile society.
Hans von Spakovsky with the Conservative Heritage Foundation says Americans are packing up and moving south.
People are leaving states like California, New Jersey that are high tax, high regulatory, and they're moving to places like Texas and Florida because the cost of living is cheaper, and for example, both those states have no income tax.
According to the Census Bureau, 40% of the U.S. population resides in the southern region of the country, which will have a direct impact on how certain states are represented here in Washington.
Mary Jo Hoeksema with the Census Project Coalition says states like Texas, Florida, and North Carolina are each projected to gain 1 or more congressional seats after the 2020 census.
Others are potentially going to lose seats, such as Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota.
States that lose a member of Congress will also lose a share of the Electoral College.
It's a loss of power, which translates to a loss of funding.
You may not get the share of certain federal programs that you may have gotten before because you just don't have as big of a population.
And von Spakovsky says states are pouring millions of dollars to try to prevent that from happening.
A number of states, California being one of them, are spending a great deal of state budget money to make sure that people participate in the census.
According to the recent data released by the Census Bureau, at least 640 people per day move to Florida. So Florida is expected to be one of the biggest beneficiaries once the 2020 census data is collected.
All right, good news for Florida. That means more power. But after you just laid out all the states that are actually going to lose some of that power, we're talking big impact here, Anna.
That's absolutely right. And one of the concerns is that Florida is such a critical state when it comes to presidential elections. So adding any electoral votes means more power in those elections. But it is important to point out that any changes to the electoral map won't happen until the 2024 presidential election. Live in Washington, I'm Anna Wernicke. Back to you.
Thanks, Anna.